Right then, we're here back by the track outside at the JST Compete HQ. We've been fired in a lot of questions on Instagram and we're just going to get straight to it and get answering away.
First question, when does regional start up again? First event, 3rd and 4th September, which seems miles away to be honest.
Yeah, it does that. Like, we're 8th of June.
Got like 3 months.
Yeah. I think August was a tough one to get one in, wasn't it? Quite a lot of events. Obviously
Yeah.
it was games time. There's quite a few events dotting about. I think a lot of competitions try and mimic that games hype period and get a lot in.
Yeah.
So that weekend in September was the kind of the first one that we thought that we could get good turnout to, and then we've got like a 4 month, 5 month,
Yeah, 4
back
months.
to back.
Yeah, 4 months back to back. And so after that, we've got pretty much 1st, 2nd October, 29th, 30th of October. So there's actually 2 in October. With how competitions felt like big national competitions and stuff.
Yeah.
And then 3rd and 4th of December to finish. So we'll post them to you guys after. We have got 2 training days coming up though.
Yes.
One at Forest Floor.
That's on the 3rd of July.
Yes, on a Saturday, which is actually fully booked.
Yeah.
And then we've got Nidus, which does have some spaces left, I think. So out of the 30 places for there, I think 20 have gone for that.
Yeah.
It's the 2nd of July.
It's the 2nd of July.
Yeah, 2nd of July.
What is it?
Yeah.
It's a Saturday though, isn't it?
Yeah.
And they're kind of both, it's good actually, they both were kind of speaking to Oakley, and it was Will Seaman from Nidus, both were talking to us at the same time. So they're both like open water swimming related, so
Yeah.
chance to go open water swimming, like if you've not someone who's done it before, there's not that many options around in the UK especially. It's just a good chance to go and get exposure to it, and then there'll be some gym training as well to sling some tin, do a workout.
Yeah,
So
should be
good
good.
little chance to break up the regionals, back to a good old training day.
You've also posted about a mountain bike day in the lakes as well, haven't you?
Yes, that's on the 10th of July, so that's the following week on Sunday. And this actually news just in from 5 minutes ago, I'm not told
Breaking news.
Oakley, the day after the one at Forest Floor, is
Yeah.
running a females only training day
Right.
with Holly from Tio, and she's
Oh,
asked to
okay.
put it out to all our JST crew, for the girls obviously, no men allowed. And it's just talking about women's training and then menstrual cycles, training around menstrual cycles and nutrition around them, and then just general girl chat that they don't feel too comfortable when us boys are lingering around. So it should be a good day.
Yeah, it will be a good day, that.
Yeah, no man.
No, men. When are we getting a JST team together again?
A JST team.
JST team again?
I really want to make sure we've got one there next year.
I think I might be being a bit ambitious here, but I think we'll have a couple next year, but not necessarily out of just here.
Yeah.
It's
It's one of those with teaming, isn't it? It's like it feels very easy to be like, gonna have a team.
Yeah,
But I think what we've realised is as well, it's not just a case of do you want to go team, yeah. There's a lot more to it. Like people have to,
travel,
yeah. There's just
organised training times together.
yeah, and they have to do all the 4 people, or there's going to be 6 maybe involved with subs. They need to make sure that what everyone wants to get out the season aligns. Otherwise, it can be more hassle sometimes. Than
Yeah.
it's worth. So yeah, we'll make sure though we get at least one.
Yeah, we'll definitely have at least one. Don't worry.
Are you going to be in one, Jack?
I'm not saying yes and I'm not saying no.
Oh.
Again, I'm just
Gonna
taking
take
them right
Hannah
now. like Steve said, if someone else is keen and it aligns, then who knows? I think it'd be quite good. Have you two started training serious again? This is kind of following on from the last one, maybe a bit.
Yeah. Yeah, I have. Yeah.
Serious?
How long for? Since
Start of
since
phase.
start of the Smorers Rog phase. So that was pretty much like right after quarterfinals, wasn't it?
Mhm.
Had a little bit of an injury with calf in between, but I managed to still stay training relatively well.
Yeah. Got how many competitions coming up?
I think I'm 4 now this year. Phil Rose entered us into another one yesterday.
Oh really? What's?
High Rocks.
Oh.
Yeah,
Torn
buddy.
calf. I've actually got to learn to run 10k as well, fast, and keep up with him.
Yes.
But yeah, High Rocks. October we've got Marbella,
Mhm. You got Trinity.
Trinity,
Me and
with you and
Sean.
Sean. Old
And then
G's.
you've got
with Sean next week in
Yeah.
Ireland. Man's back.
man's gone from 0 to
Hero.
Come back.
Me? I've probably started training seriously since the start of this phase that we're in now.
Yeah.
So
About 4 or 5
4 or
weeks.
5 weeks in. Probably not as serious as you yet. I think once we get this house stuff out of the way, I'll be able to start picking it up a little
You've had
bit
a little
more.
work around though, haven't you?
Yeah, bicep. Yeah, well, forearm, bicep,
Little rock climbing injury during the open.
Yeah. So, but we're getting there. So I was bouldering, rock climbing, bouldering. On an overhang, my feet slipped off the wall, and I heard a bit of a tear in here, and I knew straight away that I'd done something.
It's bad, isn't it? So you got that injury, and I tore my calf playing football. Neither are CrossFit related activities. Yeah, the CrossFit gets the rap about like how much it batters you, and like it's put us both out considerably and
For a
quite a
good,
lot of exercises.
Yeah. What I think it is that it's a whole strength and stability thing. Like I still had the strength.
Yeah, you weren't stable.
Yeah, and obviously a little bit of that tendon strength as well. Like my muscles probably still had the strength there, but because I've not done as much training the past, 9 months, I think. Yeah, that had gone a bit. So, did Anita poo herself during the?
Didn't.
Which one? Was this a particular workout? Or?
So I think she's fine day one, but I think then we don't know whether she ate something or just a bit of a bug or just immune system maybe just got hit from the first day's workouts. But then she was on Instagram, she was squatting in the field when she was walking a dog on the morning of the second day. But you could tell that she wasn't fully like well for the rest of the weekend. She looked, you can tell a little, like, a little bit drained, but like she managed to still pull out some good performances. And
she's one of them. Like there's nothing holding her back, is there? She gets her head down. What's the biggest struggle scaled athletes face on their journey to intermediate RX?
The main thing that separates people through the categories, from scaled, RX, elite, whatever it is just skill level, and then capacity at the skill level. You can get people who are like super fit and scaled in terms of like the capacity and even the strength, to a degree. Skill level, we start talking about like Olympic weightlifting as well as gymnastics. It's fine tuning those areas so that they can perform those high level exercises to like a high capacity as well. So I think the first thing is like nailing down technique and like the foundations of development for these skills to be able to progress, and not trying to just like hit your head against the wall to like nail the skills first. You'll get the skills when you have the foundations of development to be able to do it.
Yeah. I don't think she'll tell me off for using her as an example, but Cassia is a good example where she was doing the bar muscle up program and then she came here for the training camp and she was the second time running through it. And I said, like, how many strict pull-ups can you do? And I think she said, it was like 3, and I was like, well, you need more strength, you need more foundational strength there for you to be able to do a bar muscle up before, like you've got the kipping down, which it got better, you could see from the videos and everything she said, but it's actually taking the time to assess where, your particular hole is if, you are a skill athlete, looking to nail down the high skill exercises. So this applies to the phase of training that we're in now. Biggest takeaways from the various no lifting variations programmed?
It's a good question, and this is what we talked about quite a lot with David. Pre the phase starting was what we would maybe feel. Biggest takeaways for me for the no hook grip and we'll just start with no hook grip first of all. For one is like the wrist position, so if it's clean or a snatch when I start the pull, if my wrists are like over more and I'm in no hook grip and then the barbell spins, then it jolts my wrist, and if you've not got the hook grip, like I can feel that moves, that the bar moves out my hand a little bit, and then that takes away the strength in the pull that I've got. So really starting with a good wrist position where the wrist just directly over the top of the bar, not over or behind too much.
I think touching on that as well, I used to do that where I used to have my wrist lying in that position, and straight away like I've got tension in my arms, which kind of takes away from that pull as well. And I've not been able to do as many reps as you two, but I think keeping that contact with the bar and actually pulling it straight onto your shoulders and actually like pulling yourself under it, I think has been really good especially from watching you two. You can see what a difference that has made.
The no hip contact has made me then, like you say, follow through with my arms and the pull at the top, because you can't quite get that full extension like with your lower body in your hips, the top of the pull, you've got to make that up with your arms.
Yeah.
And I've found that like just that carry through once I've extended as much as I can without making contact, that carry through with my upper body has improved quite a lot.
Yeah.
I really don't like. Everyone's saying that the no foot movement one is like, I hate it. I hate no foot movement. I feel like I've realised that I really rely on starting quite narrower, and then like I get a lot of my speed or like my power of just like and the positional strength by getting then into a wider position. I feel like I go from fairly narrow to hugely wide. Like there's a decent jump out of my feet.
Yeah.
So the pull with a wider stance feels off, feels weak, and the catch with a narrower stance also feels off. But again, like that's making me, because I can't fully extend up to my toes and like jump out, it's making me just make sure I shrug up my traps and pull the bar around the shoulders a bit more.
Leading on from that a little bit,
Yeah.
when can I use my hook grip and contact again?
Never. I spoke with David about this as well. Our plan is, so the next phase that we're going to run through, we're going to keep them in there, but we're going to mix it in with full lifts where there's no restrictions with like hook grip or hip contact or anything. For example, like a complex might be no hook grip, power snatch, 2 reps into power snatch with hook grip and then contact 2 reps. So just kind of like mix them together in complexes for the next phase, and that will help us then transfer over kind of what we've learned and developed from this phase of just doing all the no variations, help us transfer that over into the normal lifts.
Yeah.
And that should time then well to start pushing those lifts when our strength's peaked and it's feeling at its best as well.
Awesome. People have got a little teaser for the next phase. How would you recommend balancing a busy uni life with training? Ella is in this exact kind of position as
Yeah.
well.
I think it's similar, like busy uni life, busy work life, busy family life, just busy life in general. For me, this has been one area that I've really had to like try a lot harder on since returning back to training. And the main thing is for me, it's not so much like dialing in for the intensity or the effort for the session, but making sure that when I finish the session, I'm doing things either before training, during training, or right after training, where I'm not then just written off for like the rest of the day, so that I can then, like if it's uni that you're going to, like still focus and listen and learn at uni, whether it's in job or looking after your family, still be like quite present and doing what you need to do. So for me, that's like preparation for like supplements and things that you can, like if you can have a shake straight after and carbs during, it just makes you feel that much more switched on. And then it's just time management then again around the times that you do have available.
Yeah.
If you've got a uni schedule, you've got to sit down with your schedule and just highlight when you can do certain training.
Yeah, that's what I was going to touch on, is just your organisation. You get a uni schedule, you can easily kind of be like, right, well, I'm going to set out this week, I'm going to eat here, got a lecture here, train after the lecture, or, you know,
Yeah.
however it is, and from there you can then sort everything else that you just mentioned.
I think you can highlight then off your schedule, you can probably take a good guess of like, right, well, I've got a full day of uni on that day, and I might not get home until late, and I'll be quite like mentally tired. You might then just have to switch little things around to be like, right, well on that day I'm going to make sure I do the training that requires less like mental, like the less fit session, like the low intensity sessions, or stuff where you don't necessarily have to dial in like a complex technique or high skill gymnastics, stuff that you can just kind of like switch off and go with.
An example of that is you on Monday, you swapped today's list fit for Monday's tic tac session, didn't you?
Yeah.
Because we had like a quite busy morning, early morning down in Noble, so yeah, just little things like that, and it's not being too strict and being like, oh, I've got to follow the programme to a T, I've got to do this on this day. It's like sometimes just give yourself that little bit of flexibility. And again, if you're not sure, if you feel like that's okay, drop us a message and we'll give you, you know, the best advice we can. How can I stop my chicken wing? Chicken wing? We have a actual post series on this, don't we? That Phil did.
Post series and then a program that follows up with the series. So the series kind of goes over the main reasons why chicken wings happen. It's a 3-part series.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
So 3 areas, and then we have a program also. Link somewhere.
Link below.
Fran will put a link around here somewhere.
Phil might put one
Phil might
below.
put a link. So the series kind of makes you aware of what
Yeah.
potential issues might be, and then some examples, and the program gives you a full. I think it's 6 or 8 week program, 20 sessions to address it.
Who has the best dance moves, Jack or Steve?
Jack's got moves, you know.
When he's drunk.
After a few
I don't dance
bevies.
when I'm sober, so we're both drunk. We both need to be drunk.
Well, I've seen you twerking on the wall, upside down, not drunk. Insert video here, please.
I just have too many inhibitions in that.
I once had a dance off at university.
You went.
It was some 40-year-old woman, defo one.
A bit of a body, like an upper body,
Body
body moves quite. Yeah.
Little toe tap. Are you excited to be heading back to Sid for semis? Because last time would have been 2019 when
Yeah, when
David.
2020,
2020.
just before lockdown, wasn't it? Yeah, I am actually. Always, I think we always wanted, you know, in regionals time, we always thought it'd be great if it was in England. Like obviously it was in England, it was in Bolton in 2011, and then it was Denmark and Madrid for the rest of it. And it was always, how good would it be if it was in the UK? And I think there's quite a lot of UK athletes, so I think it'd be great atmosphere.
Yeah,
See,
it will be really good. I'm particularly looking forward to Brixie and seeing if she has going for the outside chance.
it's written for her, innit?
It really is. It really is. Last year, it'd just be awesome to, see that happen in the home country, because she was there. She's been there from the start, hasn't she? The first kind of big Brit on the scene. Yeah. So I'm excited to see that. Have you got any other particular? Are you excited for any particular events or anything?
I
like
like the look of the chipper, the one that starts with the kettlebell deadlifts, box overs, handstand walk. I think that'll be a really good one to watch, because although it's a chipper, it's not like a 20+ minute where it could be a bit like flat to watch. Like 12 to
Yeah.
16 minutes for most, I think. A more 16-minute cap, so it'll be like quite an exciting chipper to watch. And I think people will be going full throttle from early doors and that, so that'll be quite exciting.
Yeah, I'm really glad they put the legless rope climb on last, I'll be honest. I think that'll be set up for quite an exciting finish, where if it's close on points for that top 5, is someone going to just take that bit more of a risk and go out a little bit hotter. So I think that'll be quite exciting to watch as well.
In your prime, who would win out, you and Phil? No hesitation. Phil
Onto
Roy,
the
what are you going to
optional.
say about that?
All I've got to say is I just smoke one that last run. I do what Mickey Smith did, and
Mate, I'll be around in front, so don't you worry about that.
I do what Mickey Smith did and just drop from the top and just sprint. You'd be like, whoa, I thought I was ahead of you. So
I think
when that arm's better,
yeah. Watch this space. Yeah,
come into a
Phil Roy,
YouTube channel.
2023.
near you.
2023, bro.
I'm ready this year.
Probably on the same team.
Alright.
That wraps those questions up for today.
All of them?
Yeah, that's all of them today. Anything else you want to drop before we go?
No, I don't think so. Thanks for listening in.
Let's just
Got a
check
nice
this.
tan.
Right then.
See ya! Alright, we're back by the track. Phil Roy. Are you mad? Are you finished? Are we good to go?
That's not going to be comfortable.
Tell me that doesn't hurt your bum.